Hello students, in this video let us continue with the problems on D'Alembert's ratio test from module 4 infinite series and power series solution. In the previous video we have already seen 5 problems in D'Alembert's ratio test. So here let us start with the 6th one. Test the convergence of the series 1 plus 1 into 3 by 1 into 5, 1 into 3 into 5 by 1 into 5 into 9, 1 into 3 into 5 into, make this correction, it is 7, not 9, it is 7, it is a typing error, so make it 7 divided by 1 into 5 into 9 into 13. So to begin with the problem, we need to find the nth term first. To find the nth term, here if you see the third term here, it is 1 into 3 into 5 into 9. 1 into 3 into 5 into 9. If you see this 9, not 9, it is 7. See this properly. Difference between the second and first term is 2. Third and first term is 2. 7 minus 5 is 2. So here the difference between each term, second minus first, is equal to third minus second, fourth minus third. The common difference is 2. And this type of sequence in which there is a common difference is called as an arithmetic progression. So this is an arithmetic progression. So we can find the nth term by using the formula un is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. I will take the nth term as un. So a is the first term 1. N minus 1 I will write as it is, common difference is 2. If you solve this, this becomes 1 plus 2n minus 2, that is 2n minus 1. So we have written here 1 into 3 into 5 into 9 up to 2n minus 1 is the nth term. Similarly, if you see the denominator, here the common difference 13 minus 9 is 4, 9 minus 5 is 4, 5 minus 1 is 4. Common difference is 4. Again if you apply the formula Tn, instead of Tn I am taking un. Un is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. The first term is 1, n minus 1 into d is 4. If you simplify this, you will get 1 into 3 into 5 into 9 into 13, it goes up to 4n minus 3. So once we find un, our aim is to find un plus 1. Un plus 1 is obtained by putting n plus 1 in the place of n. So in the place of n, if I put n plus 1, it will be 2 into n plus 1 minus 1. That is 2n plus 2 minus 1. When you simplify, you get 2n plus 1. So from here till 2n minus 1 I will write, and one more term, that is 2n plus 1. Similarly in the denominator, if I put in the place of n plus 1, it will be 4 into n plus 1 minus 3, which is 4n plus 1. Let us find the ratio of this, that is limit of un plus 1 by un as n tends to infinity. It becomes limit of n tends to infinity un plus 1. This whole term I have written as it is, and divided by un. Divided by un I have already explained, it will be of the form a by b divided by c by d, which becomes a by b into d by c. So the denominator will go up and numerator will come down. Simplify now. Here it will be cancelled, and up to 4n minus 3 it will be cancelled. We will be left with 2n plus 1 by 4n plus 1. Before applying the limit, what we will do, we will take this n common out here. So limit n tends to infinity. N if I take common, it will be 2 plus 1 by n divided by n into 4 plus 1 by n. Now when I apply the limit, 1 by infinity is 0, 1 by infinity is 0. We are left with 2 by 4, which is nothing but half. So half is naturally less than 1. Hence, by D'Alembert's ratio test, the series is convergent. To understand better, let us take a similar problem. Here, test the convergence of the series 2 by 1, 2 into 5 into 8 by 1 into 5 into 9, 2 into 5 into 8 into 11 by 1 into 5 into 9 into 13 goes on up to infinity. So, to find un, if you take any term here, numerator if I take, the difference, common difference is same, it is 3. Once again, when you apply the formula un is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d, you will find that the nth term is 3n minus 1. And the denominator is same as the previous one, that is 4n minus 3. So, to get un plus 1, in the place of n I will put n plus 1. Here also n plus 1. So, 3 into n plus 1 minus 1 becomes 3n plus 2. 3 into n plus 1 minus 3 gives 4n plus 1. Take the ratio. Un plus 1 I have written first. Here denominator will go in the numerator. Numerator will come into the denominator. Cancel out the like terms. We are left with 3n plus 2 by 4n plus 1. Take n common outside here. 3 plus 2 by n, 4 plus 1 by n. 3 by 4 we get, which is less than 1. Hence again this is a convergent series. Next problem. Here you need not find un. They have given un. In the place of n, if I put n plus 1, I will get un. Similarly, take the ratio. See here, 5n, it becomes 5n plus 1. Here, 3n, 3 into n plus 1 plus 2. It becomes 3n plus 5. Here, 3n into 3 into n plus 1. It becomes 3n plus 3. Here, if you put n is equal to n plus 1. So, 3 into n plus 1 plus 1, it becomes 3n plus 4. So, as done in the previous, take the reciprocal, that is un plus 1 by un plus 1 written as it is. Take the reciprocal of un and write. Cancel the like terms. When you cancel the like terms, you get these remaining terms. From each term in the numerator and denominator, take n common and cancel again. Finally, you are left with 5 into 3 into 3 divided by 3 into 3, which is 5. 5 is naturally greater than 1. Hence, the sequence is divergent. Let us move on to the next problem. Here, test the convergence of the sequence. Summation from n is equal to 1 to infinity. 4 into 7 into 10, it goes on up to 3n plus 1, divided by 1 into 3 into goes on up to n into x to the power n. Need not find the nth term as they have given. So, un plus 1. To get un plus 1, we have to take n plus 1 in the place of just a minute. We have to take n plus 1 in the place of n. So, here if I put n plus 1, it is 3n plus 1 plus 1. It becomes 3n plus 4. Here n into n plus 1. X to the power n becomes x to the power n plus 1. Here, to find the limit of un plus 1 by un as n tends to infinity, I will take un plus 1 first, x to the power n plus 1, and here numerator will go into the denominator and denominator will come into the numerator. Now cancel whatever you can cancel. So these like terms get cancelled. Here up to n it get cancels. X to the power n plus 1 can be written as x to the power n into x. So x to the power n, x to the power n cancels and 1x remains in the numerator. So what remains here? 3n plus 4 by n plus 1 into x remains. So n take common, so you get 3 plus 4 by n divided by, if you take n common, you get 1 plus 1 by n into x. So if you apply the limit n tends to infinity, you get 3x. So here the divergence or convergence of a series depends upon the value of x. We know that in our D'Alembert's ratio test, if the limit is greater, if the value of the un plus 1 by un as n tends to infinity, if you get the value as some lambda greater than 1, it is divergent. If you get the value less than 1, it is convergent. So here the ratio test, by the ratio test, un is convergent if 3x is less than 1, then it is convergent. 3x less than 1 means x is less than 1 by 3. un plus 1 is divergent if 3x is greater than 1, that is x is greater than 1 by 3. The ratio test fails when x is equal, 3x is equal to 1 or x is equal to 1 by 3. So let us see the next problem. Here test the convergence of the series 1 by 2 into root 1 plus x square by 3 into root 2 plus x to the power 4 by 4 into root 3. It goes on. If you see here, the first term I can write it as x to the power 0. So if you see 0, 2, 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, it goes like that, which is nothing but a set of even numbers. So set of even numbers general form is 2n. So I can write it as x to the power 2n. If you see now the denominator, first terms of the denominator, when x is equal to 0, here see x is 0, here it is 2. So 2 is obtained by adding 0 plus 2 is 2. Here 2 is there. So here we will get it by adding one more here, 1. Here also one more. So see here it becomes, the formula is n plus 2 into square root of n plus 1. So that when you put n is equal to 0, here when you put n is equal to 0, x to the power 0 is, I will show you, it becomes, see when you put n is equal to 0, x to the power 0 is 1. When n is 0, 0 plus 2 is 2. When n is 0, 0 plus 1 is 1. So you get the first term. When you put n is equal to 1, x to the power 2 into 1 is 2, you have got here. If you put n is equal to 1, 1 plus 2 is 3, got here. 1 plus 2, 1 plus 1 is 2. So like that. Like this we will obtain the general form. To get un plus 1, in the place of n, you put n plus 1. When you put n plus 1 here, it becomes x to the power 2n plus 2. When you put n plus 1 here in the denominator, n plus 1 plus 2, it is n plus 3. N plus 1 plus 1, it is square root of n plus 2. Now take the reciprocal of it. Limit of un plus 1 by un as n tends to infinity. Limit of n tends to infinity, un plus 1 I have written. Un will take the reciprocal. Now x to the power 2n plus 2 can be written as, split it, x to the power 2n into x square. So when you do so, x to the power 2n, x to the power 2n cancels, x square remains, which I have written here, and the remaining terms n plus 2, n plus 1 written here, n plus 3 square root of n plus 2 written here. So as usual, as we have taken in the previous problems, take n common here and root n common here, and apply the limit 1 by and apply the limit infinity to n. When you take infinity to n, you are left with x square. Now the convergence or the divergence of series depends upon the value of x square. So by D'Alembert's ratio test, sigma un is convergent if x square is less than 1. Sigma un is divergent if x square is greater than 1. There can be three possibilities of x square. Either it can be greater than 1 or it can be less than 1. Third possibility is it can be equal to 1. When x is equal to 1, let us see what happens. So in this sequence, when I put x is equal to 1, here in this series, if I put x is equal to 1, 1 to the power anything will be 1. So it will be 1 by n plus 2 into square root of n plus 1. This is the case. We have studied in the necessary condition for the positive series. If the limit of, by necessary condition of the positive series, limit of un, if it is 0, then the series is convergent. If it is not equal to 0, the series is divergent. So let us apply. When x is equal to 1, the series becomes un is equal to 1 by n plus 2 into square root of n plus 1. So let us apply the limit to be n is equal to infinity. To apply the value n is equal to infinity, you have nothing in the numerator, so that n can be cancelled. So directly you can apply. So it will be in the form 1 by infinity. 1 by infinity is nothing but 0. So by the necessary condition of the convergence of positive series, we have seen in the video 1 the necessary condition. So according to the necessary condition, the series converges if x is equal to, if the limit tends to 0. So it tends to 0. So it is convergent at x is equal to 1. If it is not equal to 0, then the series sigma un is divergent. So finally, we will consolidate it and write it as sigma un is convergent if x square is less than or equal to 1. Sigma un is divergent if x square is greater than 1. So with this we have completed 10 problems. Few more problems where you come across the values, the convergence or the divergence depends upon the values of x. Let us solve few problems of such kind in the next video. Thank you.